Hey everybody, how you doing? Today's October 3rd, and it's unusually humid and warm for October. It's probably at least 75 degrees and it's very humid. Just show you here, I just pulled the tractor out of the garage and you can see all the condensation on the casings. But I want to get some, I'm still fighting this infection. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my eyes are still kind of puffy, and in between my fingers are all itchy, and they don't really know exactly what I got for this infection, but it's better than it was, 5 days ago, so that's good. But anyways, I got to get some limbs cut here off this one tree that's kind of on its way out. As you can see, the top is mostly leafless, so eventually that whole tree is going to have to come down. But I'm going to take the limbs off the bottom part and get those cut up, and then my stepdad, I guess, my mom's boyfriend, is going to bring his fifth wheel trailer over for winter storage. So I also got to take down these two trees here, these small, I believe these are popples probably, or poplars. Take down these two. Hopefully the ground's not too wet where I can't pull the stumps, but I might take this one down, but I'm not sure. Eventually it's going to have to come down anyways, so the sooner the better, but it's probably about a 8-inch diameter stump, so that one might be pretty well in the ground, but I should be able to yank these two small ones out without much trouble. This maple I'll probably have to take down eventually, but I want to leave it up. But when I do eventually build a shop over here, that one's probably going to have to come down as well. But I figured I'd get the case out of the garage and use it to pull these small trees, because I haven't really ever worked the case, and I figure what better time than now. So let me go get the chainsaw, and I'm gonna start cutting these bottom limbs off. I just want to cut off enough to where you can get the fifth wheel in here without having any trouble scraping it on anything. So I'll do that, and we'll see how the GoPro works. I'm using that right now, so hopefully it doesn't cut out on us, but we'll see. Yeah, just 8 minutes of work and I'm dripping sweat just because it's so humid out here. It's just really strange for this time of year. And then 2 nights ago it was snowing, so tough to say what's going on. But I'm gonna get these last couple branches cut up and then we'll start moving stuff. Too easy. Barely even made any dents in the ground. Alright, well, I don't really want to cut up this other tree today, but let me figure out something else to do. I'll get right back with you. Well guys, I couldn't really think of anything else to do. I gotta get this brush pile moved out into the open where I can burn it, but it's kind of in a crappy spot right now and I'm trying to figure out how to get it out of there. But everything's pretty much done as far as tree trimming goes. We got those 2 pulled, and that 3rd one, I don't know, I think I'm going to leave it for now just because it's not in too horrible of a spot, so I'm going to leave that one be. But I wanted to touch base with everybody on the Farmall H project idea. I really appreciate everybody's input and their support, and it's something that I'm going to consider doing, but I think it might be best for me to wait, or for my wife and I to wait to take on that endeavor until the pregnancy's over and we see how everything's going with that. So, and besides that, I don't have a heated garage, and this garage gets much colder than the garage that I had at the townhouse. So for me to rebuild the motor and, you know, do all that stuff in a 10-degree garage is not ideal. So if we can wait till the baby comes in April, and then, you know, temperatures will start warming back up by then. So we'll play it by ear this winter. I got a couple other ideas for just some small projects. I'd like to try to find a, oh man, I got dirt all over me. I'd like to try to find a flare box wagon, because I want to make a kind of like a little hayride pull around wagon for not only for our kids in the future, you know, going trick-or-treating and whatnot, and neighbor kids and that, but for at the threshing shows as well. I thought it'd be cool to have behind the tractor, and if people want to jump in the wagon behind it for parades, then the more the merrier. So that's one project. Another project is this Case plow. I'd like to get that thing ready to go for Rolog next year, so that I can have the Case SC and the plow at Rolog, but I don't know, that's both are pretty ambitious for me, at least right now, just because the baby's on the way. So we'll play everything by ear, but I really do appreciate everybody's input and support, and we'll see what spring brings. So as far as projects this fall, I want to get that boardwalk done, so that'll be a kind of a nice change of pace. You know, we'll do less wrenching probably, but more just regular handyman projects, you know. So we'll probably do some videos on that next, but I'm just kind of waiting for a couple good cold snaps and some frost before I really even dare go back into that poison ivy. So well, that, and it's been raining non-stop for about a week and a half, so it's really wet back there. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for staying tuned, and yeah, that's all I've got. We'll talk to you guys later, and take care.